Okay, now we're live. Okay, hello everyone, and welcome. What is happening? Okay, whatever. Hello and welcome to the 1v1 show, where we tell you guys this week's news, or the latest pop culture news. And today we have a variety of topics such as Psychonauts, Candyman, Spider-Man, and a bunch of others. And I'm your host, Hyphy but you can call me Mikey. And as always, joining me here every week at the 1v1 show at 11 a.m. PST is Gio Hueyflow, who will explain to you what we do here. And boom. What up, Gio?
What up, Mikey? It's your boy, Gio Hueyflow. So, welcome to the 1v1 show. This is a place where pop culture and nerd culture clash. And by that, it means that we cover a variety of different topics, whether it be comic books, music, movies, video games, TV shows, things of how do I say this? Things that fit within the mainstream and the niche genre. That's kind of what we mean by where pop culture and nerd culture collide, because we have things that like the variety of people would know, the mainstream topics, and also we get into a little bit more of the nerdier stuff like Star Wars or anime. Now, couple things. The way the show is formatted, we format it with it. First, we hit you with the subtopics, the quick hits. Me and Mikey go through 5 topics each and do a 5-minute little discussion and information dump on those topics. Then we get into the main topics, where we give you usually 10-15 minutes of a deeper dive, depending on what the amount of main topics that we have. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, whatever. And maybe we can get a day where we get one huge topic where we go on for 30 minutes or maybe even 30 minutes plus. So, if you like what we do here, don't forget to check out our socials. Let me type this in the chat real quick. Where is it? 1v1. And there, if you look at the chat, you can see our YouTube, our Instagram, our Twitter, and our Patreon. So, if you like what we do here, please consider supporting us on Patreon. For just $2 a month, you can have a roll credit at the end of the show, so everyone can see your name and see that you're a supporter. For $3 a month, you can give us a topic for us to go over. For $5 a month, you will be admitted into our raffle, where we have a giveaway this month. Actually, you know what? We haven't given away the last giveaway, and right now we have a Scarlet Witch pop, which let me go run and grab it actually real quick so I can show it to y'all. It's right here on my table. Here we go. It is a Scarlet Witch pop. It's the Scarlet Witch in her original comic book uniform. So if you would like to win this, enter at the $5 a tier month. And then you can also give us something to review, whether it be a TV show or a movie. And if it's a TV show, we'll only watch the first episode. But if it's a movie, we'll watch the whole thing. We have a couple other tiers there at the higher tiers, but I recommend you go down in Patreon and kind of take a look at them yourselves. Anyways, Mikey, you ready?
Yep. What up? How's it going? How was your week?
Man, I have just been like, well, a couple things. I mean, we went out to SF, right, to
Right.
watch the movie we're gonna be reviewing later. And then, are you in cosplay right now?
No, I'm at work.
Shut the fuck up. I hate you. Um, I hate you so
Well,
much.
I'm not trying to get fired. For the Empire. Yeah,
Oh my
we're
goodness.
good here.
Anyways, anyways, so it's funny that you are at work, Mikey, but next week you're gonna be taking a vacation to somewhere.
Oh yeah, and that is we're going to SAC Anime next week, and I decided to wear this because I'm not going to wear this in Sacramento where it's going to be over 98 degrees because I don't want to see Nick Lachey.
Get the fuck. I hate you so much. Anyways, yeah, next week we're not gonna have the regular show. I believe we are gonna be at SAC Anime, where I believe Mikey will live stream probably some of
Yeah,
it.
I'm going to try to stream the whole thing. It probably won't be like one continuous long session, but probably like a bunch of streams during the day.
Yeah, you got a battery pack, right?
Yeah, I have 3 battery packs, so I'm all good.
Okay, then we're good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm working on my cosplay. The only thing I'm probably not gonna get in time is the wig,
Mm.
which whatever. But I still need to find the shoes. I'm trying to. I think what I need is I need to get some all white Converses and paint the soles at the bottom black, and then I'll be good.
Nice.
You know what I didn't. You know what I didn't know that
What?
other shoe stores don't sell shoelaces.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I went to Foot Locker. I went to
Eddie,
Champs.
I bought shoelaces at Foot Locker before.
They were like, "Yeah, we don't have shoelaces."
What kind of shoe store is that?
I don't know. Maybe they just stopped carrying them because they weren't selling, or it's just the Fairfield Mall is like, what's the word I'm looking for? Incompetent. But yeah, they told me they don't sell shoelaces. So
Huh, that's weird.
yeah,
Interesting.
that is weird. That is weird. Anyways,
So yeah,
let's
want to get started on the show?
yeah, let's get a move on, Mikey. Hit me with the first topic.
All right. So the first topic of the day is about. Actually, I don't know how to set this up. Tell us about Metroid.
All right. So basically, when it comes to all things Nintendo, I wouldn't say I'm the world's foremost expert, but I am a super huge fanboy, and I pretty much know a lot of stuff about the different IPs and stuff like that. So it's crazy to me that Metroid has been selling out in the sense that one, they just dropped a new trailer, right? Mikey, how familiar are you with the Metroid series?
I only know that it exists. I've never played any of them, and I know it's been a thing for like ever.
Oh my god, dude, you got to play Super Metroid. That's
Yeah,
a great
I
game.
know. I know. Like I've seen footage, like gameplay footage. I was like, yeah, I would have totally played it if I had it when I was little.
Actually, I think you'd be better off probably playing the Metroid Prime series. Supposedly, they're gonna get a remake or a remaster or something like the trilogy, and those are the GameCube games. You don't really necessarily need to play them in order. Like you could play the Metroid Prime trilogy, the 3D ones first, and it won't really like affect the story or anything. So, but anyways, sorry, I had to take a drink of water. So, anyways, this game, Metroid Dread, which is technically in the continuation, it is the sequel to Metroid Fusion. So this technically makes this Metroid 5. It's kind of weird, like the timeline for Metroid, where you have the original, the second game, the third game, Metroid Fusion, and now Metroid Dread. And then I can't remember. I believe it's Metroid, in between Super Metroid and Metroid 2. That's where the Metroid Prime trilogy takes place.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Metroid Other M, which people don't like to talk about. But I didn't hate that game. But it's where is it? It is, I think it's right after Super Metroid. Anyways, so Metroid Dread is the most pre-ordered Switch game in the last couple of months, according to GameStop. It has been beating out Pokemon games, which, if you know how popular Pokemon is, that's pretty crazy. Nintendo has been showing Metroid so much love. They showed it off at E3. They're launching it the same day they're launching the Nintendo Switch OCD, not OCD, LCD. No.
OLED.
What's the new OLED? Yeah, the new OLED model. And they're basically been showing off trailer after trailer. They're showing this game so much love, and it has been selling. It's been almost like the number one pre-orders. It's been beating out Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It's beating out Mario Party. It's beating out Pokemon Legends Arceus. It is beating out almost every other game, which is crazy. Because Metroid historically has not been a high seller. Even though it is a beloved franchise and people always talk about it, to the mainstream audience, like, people don't really buy Metroid games.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it because they also dropped a new trailer that kind of leans into a little bit of the horror aspect of the series. And I always felt like Metroid as a whole took very much a huge inspiration from Alien.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much about isolation, exploring places that you've never been. You know, you have this kind of monster that's kind of chasing after you. And, you know, sometimes it could be Ridley, who the namesake Ridley, one of the main villains of Metroid, they kind of named the monster after Ripley from the Alien series. So I'm excited. They're bringing back the 2D formula, the classic Metroid formula that they've been kind of clamoring for, the kind of 2.5D. And then we're also going to get Metroid Prime 4, which is the 3D version, probably next year. So,
that game interests me.
The Metroid Prime 4?
Yeah, and then I do like that they're going more or leaning more into the horror aspect, because sci-fi horror is my jam.
So you don't like horror things?
I mean, Returnal was really cool. I really enjoyed that. So it's like, it's not really horror. It's just really, really creepy. And I feel like Metroid would be the same way because it's a Nintendo game. It's not going to be that scary.
Yeah, true. It'll be enough to like give you maybe a quick it'll keep you on edge.
It'll give me the vibes that I'm seeking, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely recommend Metroid. But, you know, we go from Samus, the super strong, powerful female hero, to a place where they don't respect women at all. So tell me about Activision.
So Activision still in the news, because for the first time in at least a month, we here at the show have nothing to report about Activision Blizzard. It seems that after the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing's last lawsuit, the company has cleaned up its act and is finally cooperating with the... Just kidding. No, they haven't. The DFEH announced on Wednesday that they are now expanding the lawsuit to include allegations that the Activision Blizzard actively suppressed evidence during their initial investigation. So in what DFEH has called willful, malicious, fraudulent, and oppressive behavior, Activision Blizzard is also charged with retaliating against employees that may have cooperated with the investigators and shredding internal documents related to the investigation. So, yeah, another development is the DFEH's efforts to amend the language used in the lawsuit to explicitly include contingent and contract workers. So much like Uber and Lyft, Activision Blizzard makes use of a contract worker system, which allows them to brutally work people without offering them full employment status. In layman's terms, a gig worker. One such contract worker spoke to Polygon and said, "I cried when I got the job. I was so excited to be part of the process and to be in this industry. And it's always been my dream to work in video games. And now I feel crushed." So, yeah. What are your thoughts about Activision Blizzard's actions with this investigation, Gio?
Oh, it's fucking despicable. Honestly, it's gross the misuse of power that Activision has, that they got caught and they're still trying to shred evidence, not knowing full well that we all know the piece of works that like are at the higher ups of Activision. The fact that there's anyone that was in charge of that company during this time that is still on there, and I'm looking at you, Bobby Kotick, the fact that they're still there is disgusting. They need to go. They need to clean house. Just completely just take everyone who was in charge of that company during the time period away. Also, here's the thing. I didn't amend this I didn't put this in the show notes, so Jackson, our writer, probably didn't see it. But I read this morning. Is that I remember last week when we were talking about Activision Blizzard, people were talking about the cowboy character McCree from Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
And how he was named by one of the guys who was in the Cosby Suite.
Uh-huh.
And they made a statement saying that, we're gonna change the character. We're gonna change his name. It's like, okay, that's cool, but like, don't let these little like, what's the word I'm looking for? These like little moments of change that is performative, like take away from the fact, like, no, like that's cool that you're changing this character's name, but we want the company to actually really change, and we want everyone who was in charge gone. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm still on my Activision Blizzard boycott. I don't think I'm going to buy any more of the games ever again because Call of Duty sucks, and it will take up like half of my PS the memory. So it's like there's no product of theirs that entices me anymore, and I'm not really into the WoW or Overwatch scenes. Like, do you play any of their games?
No, not really. But like, remember how I said last week I was going to the Good Smile Fest?
Oh, yeah.
So I bought a blind box, like just a mystery box of Nendroids, and one of them was a diva from Overwatch, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, I'll probably just sell it, but still.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's a big Overwatch audience still. Like, is that game still popular? Like, super popular, like on the level of like these current multiplayer games?
I think there is a community that still plays Overwatch. But it's definitely not as big as it used to be. Like, because it came out like what, 4 years ago?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I mean, there's been other games that have kind of taken some of its like piece of the pie, like Warzone, Fortnite, Apex, Valorant. Like, there's a lot of those types of games that have kind of taken Overwatch's, taken over their spot. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So do you think this is the last we'll hear about this case, or will there be more revelations and then coming out?
No, there'll be more. And even if it's not Activision Blizzard, I think this will cause a snowball effect into pretty much more and more, or not a snowball effect, a chain reaction of more and more companies getting called out and being sued, and hopefully we're going to see a change in the video games industry.
Yeah. And I think that's already started. I think we mentioned there's another lawsuit, similar lawsuit happening last week.
Yeah, Riot Games.
Yeah, Riot Games. So we will keep you guys in the know when it comes to that. So we go from a place where no one wants to be. I mean, it seems like you want to be there, but you don't want to be at the Activision Blizzard building. But actually, I don't know if people want to be at Toys R Us anymore. But I do know, when I was little, I really, really, really wanted to be on that Toys R Us shopping cart challenge where I just like shove everything to the cart. Is that going to happen again, Gio? Tell us about that.
Yes and no. I mean, I don't think we'll get the shopping cart thing. I do know what you're talking about. Like, it was like, I think I remember I mailed in like a contest entry, and that's when you had to like mail in entry forms for those types of things. I was very sad when I wasn't picked. I was like, God damn it. Like, those kids who got to do it, I envy them. I hate them.
Like, yeah, they just went to their favorite toy aisle and just shoved everything to the cart within like 30 seconds. I'm like, dude, give me 10 seconds.
Yeah. Anyways, so Toys R Us is actually returning. I remember when we found out that Toys R Us was being gone was about what, 2 years ago? 2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
I remember reading the. Yeah, they went bankrupt. I remember reading the story about it, And I think it was either the CEO or the president or someone high up at Toys R Us was saying, it's just that kids don't buy toys anymore because all they do is play on their iPads. But that's not true. The reason why Toys R Us went bankrupt is because that same guy made a bunch of bad loans and business decisions. So sometimes you reap what you sow. But fear not, Toys R Us is coming back. Next year in 2020, Toys R Us will come back, but in a slightly different form. According to the Toys R Us tweet, let me read it here. It says, "We are back and proud to announce our new partnership with Macy's. You can now purchase toys online, and there will be 400 stores inside Macy's in the U.S. in 2020. So there will be an online section of the Toys R Us on Macy's, and that 400 Macy's stores will have Toys R Us, a Toys R Us location in there. So,
a store within a store.
A store within a store. Are you excited for this, Mikey?
Yes and no. Yes, because Toys R Us is coming back. No, because I don't really shop at Toys R Us. But I like going there and seeing like all the cool stuff that I could get, but I choose not to. Because if I start buying with one thing, I will want like the whole set. So, what about you? Are you excited?
I'm kind of excited for it. I know. I feel like Toys R Us, they're not gonna have the. They're not gonna have like. They're gonna probably cut out like the video game and electronic section.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna be just toys.
Yeah, I feel like they're not gonna have the things that us, in our age group demographic. They're not gonna have the stuff that we would be interested in, like some Legos or Nendoroids or stuff like that.
All I care about is if they still have amiibos. Because Toys R Us was the spot for amiibos. Because that was kind of the low-key secret. Like, if you wanted amiibos, like, people would go to Target and Best Buy, and they'd get them online. But Toys R Us, low-key, they were kept restocking. That was the amiibo spot right there, low-key. So I was very sad when it went out of business, because I had one right by my house in Sacramento. So, yeah, man. It was funny. Like, they built it in Concord, a city that's near us. They built a Toys R Us, and they opened it, I want to say, probably less than a month before they filed for bankruptcy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, baby, what?
I said, I bet you the going out of business sale out there was crazy.
Yeah. So it's going to be a store within a store. So it's going to be like, you know how the Macy's clothing department, they have sections for brands like Polo, Nike. So it's going to be like that. You think?
It doesn't. What I think. Here's what I think. I feel like so Macy's. There's I believe the top floor where they have like the children's section. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're going to consolidate that and take a chunk of that top floor and turn that into like the Toys R Us area.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Because I was visualizing like think of a Marshalls and a toy section, and they're just gonna slap a Toys R Us label on top of that section. This is the Toys R Us section. That's what I was thinking it's gonna be. But what you said makes way more sense. I feel like that's probably gonna happen.
I think it's gonna be more. I think it'll be a little bit more eloquent than that, because if I'm reading this correct, I think it's almost more of less of a Macy's has bought Toys R Us and just going to use their logo. I think it's more of like they're partnering up. So within, like, basically Macy's is renting out a space for Toys R Us to sell their stuff there.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm wondering if we're gonna get one.
I mean, our Macy's is pretty big. It's like what, 3 stories, right?
Yeah. But and this is the only kind of mall for about what? The whole county?
Yeah, it's at least another half hour to get to the next mall.
Yeah, because the next mall would be what?
Concord or Arden Fair?
Concord, Arden. There's a Woodland Mall, but there's like it's Woodland.
Who goes there? And there's also Stockton, but who goes there?
Who goes there?
Besides the DS brothers.
No disrespect to Stockton. They'll come at us. Anyways, but we go on to something that everybody wants, to something that I don't think anybody wants. Tell me about this new flaming hot soda, Mikey.
All right, so I saw this. I was like, what? Flamin' hot soda is like this? Does that even sound appealing? So,
No.
anyways, in diabetes-related news, Mountain Dew has announced a new Flamin' Hot flavor of their popular soda. Mountain Dew's marketing executives, who are actually the PepsiCo executives since PepsiCo owns Mountain Dew and Cheetos, FYI, they're calling the new drink one of our most provocative beverages yet. The new flavor officially drops on August 31st through the Dew online store, which apparently exists and people buy their soda off the internet. But yeah, so while the company is also partnering with clothing brand Brooking promises to release a flaming hot fashion line. And according to CNET.com, the Daring Dutch will go on sale in early September, probably next week. And an Instagram post gave us a sneak peek at the collaboration, which seems to be including screaming red sweatsuits, presumably to contain the sweat from drinking flaming hot Mountain Dew. So, this Mountain Dew and the flaming hot flavor, I can't even imagine how that tastes. Can you?
No. I mean, I've had they had like a vitamin water that was called Ice Hot or Ice Fire that was like part spicy, and that was pretty disgusting. But a soda, it would be different. I don't know how, because you get like the carbonation in there mixed with the spiciness, and I don't know, man. That just sounds unpleasant. Like, why would you want that?
Yeah, but the only thing that makes me like, okay, maybe I'll try it, is because it is Mountain Dew, because I love Baja Blast, and I tried their new melon Mountain Dew, and it's like drinking Starburst.
Oh, interesting. I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, it's like a pink Mountain Dew. It's really, I recommend it if you like soda. But yeah, flaming hot. I don't know. Like, do I want to? When I want to drink, I want a refreshment. I don't want my mouth to be on fire.
I do. I am willing to try it on stream.
Yeah, no, yeah. When it comes out, wait. But we have to buy it. I'll buy it through the online store, and then
Is it only the online store?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
we
so
can.
it's for the hardcore Mountain Dew drinkers.
Yeah, we can stream it like IRL style, and then I could probably do an like an Instagram live too.
Or I was thinking we could just do it like
Like this.
Like this.
Oh, okay. Like as a segment.
yeah, instead of the show and tell, which is coming up, by the way.
Oh, who's doing that? Me or you?
It's my turn this week.
Okay, cool.
But oh wait, whoops, I went ahead with the other topic. Oh wait, this is your topic. Is it
This
still?
is my topic. You want to just move forward?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna restart the timer. So yeah, we go from Mountain Dew, flaming hot soda, to the most trendy thing right now, and that is superheroes.
My hero. Superheroes. So everywhere in the world, whether it be the United States, whether it be Japan, and all over, superheroes seem to be popular. My Hero Academia is getting a third movie, which is actually pretty surprising because I feel like even like Dragon Ball Z doesn't get this many movies. I mean, they have more movies, but not at the same pace.
Oh yeah, at the speed that they're going. They're turning them out.
My Hero Academia has only been coming around. It's only been around since I want to say 2016, maybe more. Let me look it up. My Hero Academia. My Hero.
Yeah, I watched the first few episodes. Like, it's cool, but like, I'm not like a hardcore fan. I'm like, I mean, it's cool that I watched it.
Okay, so it started in 2014 in July. So My Hero Academia, yeah, I thought it was shorter than that.
It felt newer than 2016 when you said that. I was like, huh, interesting.
My Hero Academia, for those of you who don't know, is the story of Deku, or Izuku Midoriya, who is an aspiring superhero in a world where I believe 80% of the population has what's called a quirk, which is a superpower, essentially. And he is born quirkless without one. And even though his dreams seem to be gashed of becoming a superhero, he meets up with the world's most powerful hero, All Might, who tells him that his power is draining and he soon will be unable to summon his power, and pretty much transfers his power over to Deku, to where he tries using All Might's power to become the world's best hero. So, fresh off the success of Demon Slayer and Evangelion, it seems like My Hero Academia is poised to be the newest in the list of anime movies that are being super successful. My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission will premiere in more than 1,500 theaters around the world on October 28th and 29th, and is the third film of the popular franchise. So you said you've watched the first couple episodes, Mikey?
Yeah, and it didn't like grab me where like, oh man, I gotta watch the next one, and then, like I kind of stopped watching it, and I meant to go back to it, but I just never gotten around to it. Like, it doesn't pull me back in like how Attack on Titan did.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed My Hero Academia, and then some of the writing recently in the series because I read the manga, it really pissed me off, and I just pretty much dropped the series. Now I'm kind of like, I grew fatigued of My Hero Academia, and it became such a chore. And then when they finally did something in the story, I almost threw my phone away. Like, I was so pissed.
It's interesting that you got My Hero Academia fatigue, because this is coming from a One Piece reader who's read everything and seen everything.
Well, One Piece is constantly excellent and great. The My Hero Academia can. Anyways, the film opened in Japan earlier this month. It pulled in 1.6 billion yen, which is 14.6 million in its first 10 days. As for the plot, the story of My Hero Academia, the movie World Heroes Mission, a mysterious organization dedicated to the destruction of people with quirks, has issued a threat and sent up bombs all over the world. Pro Hero and those in hero internships scramble to find the bombs, which means Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki, three of the most popular characters. They encounter Roddy, a boy living in a mobile home, and end up working with him. So, like I said, both previous films of My Hero Academia, they topped the box office charts in both the U.S. and Canada when it first premiered in February 2020. So so My Hero Academia is very successful here in the United States. It is, I want to say, probably the biggest mainstream anime as far as because you could say things like Dragon Ball and Naruto are bigger, and I wouldn't disagree with you, but I would say as far as
the cultural presence,
like newer properties, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like My Hero Academia is kind of like the raising one, to where I think Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball in general, a lot of their popularity is because of nostalgia from older folks.
Yeah, I was looking up SAC Anime, like the people who are going to be there, and it seems like SAC Anime is tailored for My Hero Academia fans, because it seems like almost is it the entire cast? Because it seems like they have My Hero Academia events going on throughout the entire weekend, or maybe it's that one day where it's like all day.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't think it's the whole cast, but I'm not surprised that it's a lot of those voice actors. I'm not really into like lining up for like the VAs, so it's kind of whatever to me.
Me either, except for that one guy, the guy who plays Shredder in the original Ninja Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I was like, yo, that guy, he's going to be there. Shredder's going to be there. And like, I don't know. It really depends on the line, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be cool to take a picture with that guy.
The only voice actor that I feel like I would line up to meet is Sora Amamiya. But she's the Japanese voice actress. And
or what? Who?
She's Aqua in Konosuba, and she's Chizuru Mizuhara in Rent a Girlfriend, and she's also just probably one of the most beautiful women ever.
Oh, so, you should totally see her in your cosplay and be like, I dressed up for this.
She's not going to be there.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
If you look at like also like VAs in like Japan, and they're like kind of like culture like over there, like it's very like people line up for like, it's like a handshake, like They do like handshake meet and greets where you go up and handshake the idol or the VA, and then that's it. Like you don't get a picture or anything.
I mean, at least you get to touch their hands, but that's probably
Yeah,
not going to happen anymore.
no, probably not because of COVID.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, so now we are in the halfway mark of our show, which brings us to our news segment that we're doing every week now, called Show and Tell. Pretty original. And it's my turn, so I will get what I'm going to show. Well, I just have to go get it.
Okay. Anyways, while Mikey's getting that, I'm excited for Psychonauts. I got my cosplay ready. I just need to get the shoes. So I'm probably going to go out today to go find it.
Wait, what did you find what?
I did find the shoes for my cosplay.
Yeah, so here's what I'm going to show. My helmet for work. Yeah, so I was going to dress up, as this, but like I said earlier, it's going to be over 90 degrees in Sacramento, and this is all black, and this is a helmet. Not really much ventilation, but I do have fans to go inside the helmet, and so like it'll keep me cool. But oh snap, space! Oh yeah, that's pretty much what they are. But yeah. So I was going to cosplay as Psychonauts wearing this, and then like I was not going to do the stream. But now that I saw that the weather is going to be extremely hot, not extremely hot, but very hot, too hot for me to be wearing all this. So I decided to do IRL stream instead of cosplaying. And yeah, I don't know if I want to just wear the helmet by itself at least, and then just wear regular clothes. But probably not. But yeah, so that is my show and tell. It's the helmet that I got over quarantine because I was planning to wear this for Star Wars Celebration, which is the Star Wars Comic-Con last year. But then, as you know, the pandemic happened. And so the Star Wars Celebration did not happen at all. And it got postponed by 2 years. And yeah, so now I have this cosplay costume that I have nowhere to wear it to for at least another year. And so that is why I do cosplay streams sometimes. And boom. And I'm wearing it right now. So making good use of it. So I wear it multiple times. But yeah, so that is my show and tell.
Where's the Star Wars Celebration going to be at next year?
Oh, it's still going to be at Anaheim down the street from Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm super excited. I'm going to nerd out on Star Wars for a little bit because I think a week or two ago they finished filming the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and since they finished filming, I'm definitely going to see footage of the Obi-Wan series at Star Wars Celebration. And also, currently filming is the Boba Fett show and the Ahsoka show, so I'm probably going to see footage from those shows, and I'm going to be excited. And since Hayden Christensen, aka Anakin, is coming back to be in the Obi-Wan show, he'll probably be there too. And so, like, I'll probably be seeing a bunch of Star Wars cast at Star Wars Celebration next year. Fingers crossed. Disney Plus is going to be stacked. Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait for the Star Wars stuff. But anyways, what?
Is Hayden Christensen, has he ever been in any other films or anything else?
Yeah, Takers with T.I. Glass Eye, or wait, was it Glass Eye or something like that? And a horror movie with Jessica Alba. What else? Looper with Samuel L. Jackson.
Looper?
It's like kind of like Portal, like the game Portal, but like he has like a wand that creates portals for him. Jumper? Or no, it's Jumper. Yeah, Jumper.
I do remember that. Okay. Yeah, but not anything like recently, right?
Oh yeah, no. Like after Takers, he went on a long break, and it's like, I'm cool off Hollywood and the fandom because y'all are haters, but now all of a sudden, prequel memes popped off, and so everyone likes the prequels again. Bunch of random films no one really cares about. Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, you good? I'm using force choke. Wait, are you really choking? Are you good?
God damn.
I didn't realize my Jedi powers are that strong.
Shut up, you bitch!
You shut up.
Almost died.
Yeah, I was in Jedi training.
I was doing.
It works.
I was taking a drink. It all went down the wrong pipe. So, yeah.
Dude, I was ready just to cut by myself if something was happening. I was like, but never mind. You're all good now.
Oh God.
You okay? Yeah. You want like a minute? You want to take another sip properly?
Nah, I'm good. Let's move on.
Okay. So going back to the show, we're going to be talking about BTS. So a new BTS song just dropped, but it's not a new song. Actually, depending on how you see it, it's a remix, and it's with Megan Thee Stallion, because rapper Megan Thee Stallion recently won a court case allowing her to release the remix of BTS Butter. According to the documents filed by her legal team, Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, has submitted a petition against her record label, 1501 Certified Entertainment, and its CEO, Carl Crawford, alleging that they are preventing her from releasing the song. The suit reads in part, if Megan Thee Stallion is not allowed to release a new track this Friday, yesterday, on which she is the featured artist in a remix with BTS of the song called Butter, her music career will suffer irreparable damage, including a devastating impact to her relationships with her fans and with other recording artists in the music industry. Such irreparable injury to her personal goodwill and the silencing of her artistic expression in music cannot be compensated in the way of monetary damages. As such, Megan Thee Stallion seeks emergency relief from this court. And according to Variety, this isn't the first time Megan Thee Stallion has sued her record label. Last year, she sued them for allegedly preventing her from releasing her EP, Sugar, and was granted a temporary restraining order. But she still remains under contract to 1501, which recordings distributed by 300 Entertainment, although legal action is ongoing. So I find it weird or interesting that their wording was, if she is not allowed to release the track, she will suffer irreparable damage. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's kind of those. I think it's one of those things where if she's not allowed to release it, you mean irreparable damage sounds kind of heavy, but I mean the music business is fickle, right? If you miss one wave, that could be it for you.
Mm-hmm. But
so
this is BTS and Megan Thee Stallion we're talking about. Like, they have their fan base is already big enough.
No, yeah, I mean, like, just if she didn't get to release it, that would be preventing her from accessing a brand new like market, because we know that like BTS doesn't necessarily cross over to Megan Thee Stallion fans. Those are not two artists that their artists or their fan base ever really cross over a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So if she was not allowed to release it, then it could prevent her from reaching a brand new fan base.
Yeah, and Chill 382 in the chat says she's not the best with relationship as it is. That releasing a song is going to help. Yeah, I kind of agree. Actually, I don't really know much about Megan Thee Stallion outside of her music.
She got shot, right?
Oh, I did. I heard about that because she was in another dispute with another musician, right?
Yeah, she got shot by Tory Lanez, who is another like singer/rapper, the dude from Canada. And that's been a whole thing ongoing for like the last couple of years.
Dude, Drake, Tory Lanez, what is up with these Canadian rappers?
Right? Except Drake is soft. He wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. And so what do you think about BTS as a band and their music?
I don't really listen to K-pop. But as far as like BTS in general, I think like specifically, like, okay, let's talk about them, and then I'll talk about them and then K-pop as a whole, right?
Okay.
I think that they're talented. They're talented cats. They have their fans. I would say their music is catchy, and it's they got talent. I mean, they run a well-oiled machine out there. And then as far as K-pop as a whole, I think K-pop as a whole is it's nothing. It's an industry, right? Where it's you go in. Some people make it famous. Some people don't. They as far as just the genre as a whole, they have really intense music videos. Their dance moves are usually pretty on point, and their music is also catchy. I think also when it comes to just K-pop in general, there's a lot of appropriation of like hip hop culture, and I don't know if a lot of like the industry in Korea, they ever really pay respects to, as far as the influences they take from, especially coming from black people. But that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I like in short, BTS is talented. They're cool. K-pop, they're a big industry. They know what people like. But there is, in my opinion, a lot of like cultural appropriation that I don't know if they fully respect the source.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that going on, and especially in Asian countries, I think. And but I'm actually a fan of BTS because my sister is a BTS stan. It's part of the army, and then she convinced me on BTS because first I was like, whatever, K-pop group, I don't care. But they are super talented. They're like if Bruno Mars was divided into 5 people, that's them.
Mm.
And
okay.
So that's BTS. So going from BTS to another franchise with a huge fan base and following, and lots of anticipation about this one. What's going on with Psychonauts, Gio?
Well, I wouldn't say huge fan base, unless you meant to say that in sarcasm. But it is definitely Psychonauts 1 was definitely it was very much a cult classic. It is very much a game that flew under the radar when it was released. People who have played it, for the most part, I feel rave about it. I played this game when I was, I want to say 15 or 16.
Dang, so it's been over a decade waiting for the sequel.
Waiting for the sequel, right? And so, as far as the sequel is concerned, so the reviews are out, and it's getting like pretty high praise. In fact, let me run down some of the bigger outlets. So GameSpot gave it a 9 out of 10. IGN gave it an 8 out of 10. Game Informer gave it a 9 out of 10. Games Radar gave it a 4.5 out of 5. PC Mag gave it a 4.5 out of 5. And Kotaku, with no score, said Psychonauts 2 is even more than the first game. Truly explores all the challenges, painful, wonderful complexities we carry around inside of our heads. The end result is an action platformer with a lot to say, a ton of heart, and only few minor design flaws. So I'm very excited for this game. Do you know anything about Psychonauts, Mikey?
I only know about its existence from you because you are a big fan of this game.
I love Psycho. If you were to ask me, Psychonauts 1, top 5 level designs ever. Why
is that?
I think just the way that the concepts, the themes and the concepts just flow perfectly in the artistic vision, the way you play the game. Like it's linear, but at the same time there is also room for exploration to where it's very natural for you to find different things, and some of the things allow you to kind of explore the characters even more. They're like secret rooms in some places where you can look more about their backstory, and the fact that it takes place inside of their mind, you can kind of make the connection from the kind of psychological aspect to how the characters act in present day. I love it so much. It could be varied. Like in some levels you are very small, in another level you're this big kaiju character, in some it takes place on a stage, and just kind of it never really feels samey. It feels cohesive, but not samey. It is just overall amazing. And the fact that they're saying that this game is better, I'm ready for it. So,
what the fuck?
So I went yesterday. What? Am I gone?
That was super weird. Wait, say something? Wait, now I can't hear you. What the heck? What just happened? Why did my computer just do that? Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna hang up and then call back. Like my computer literally like both of my screens. It looked like it shut off, and then but I heard Gio talking, and then it went back up. But now my mic or something happened where I can't hear him anymore. That was so weird. Why is that a thing? Hold on. Join video call. Hello. Gio? What? Every week. Yeah. Now I can't. Hold on. This is so. Just on you, Huey. Yeah. Why can't I hear you? Well, let me look at my settings here. Voice video. Oh, there we go. All right, say something, Gio. Wait, no, I'm not in the call with you.
Yo,
Oh, okay.
now we're back.
That was so weird. Yeah, like, what was that? Anyways, I totally forgot what the last sentence you were saying, but it was about Psychonauts. I know that.
I love that game, and I'm excited. Also, quick thing before we move on to the next subject, because we kind of got derailed. So I went to the store yesterday because I thought it came out already. Psychonauts 2. I went to Best Buy and I was like, "All right, do y'all got this game in stock?" And they're like, "No, we don't have it in stock." And so I went to GameStop. They were like, "Yeah, we don't have it in stock either." And I went into Target, and same thing. They was like, "Yeah, we don't have the game in stock." And I was like, "What the hell? I thought this game came out." So I bought a different game instead. I was like, "All right, well, I want something to play this weekend." So I bought No More Heroes 3, which is another game that I'm highly anticipated for. I think I talked about it like a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember you had a few minutes to talk. Geeking out about it.
Yeah, so I ended up like, okay, I just bought No More Heroes 3 because that came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, all right, I'll just wait. I'll just go wait on Psychonauts. It probably releases maybe next week. And reviews came out early. No, it turns out that you can only get that game online. You can't get it in stores.
Wait, really? Why? Why is that?
Because the only way to get physical copies of that game was to kickstart it back in 2019.
Oh, dang. And you didn't help kickstart the game?
No, because it was hella broke back then. If it was now, I probably would have paid like I would have looked for like the highest tier and like been like, take it. But yeah.
Wait, so
yeah, man.
Are they? Have you seen them go on sale like online, like people trying to scalp them?
Not yet, but I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, we're going from the mind of a psychonaut to the mind of a man going through a loop. Tell me about this game you reviewed, Mikey.
All right. So before, I forgot to mention this earlier in the show. If you guys are noticing the pauses in the video, that's because I put those there because last week we did a story on OnlyFans and YouTube clapped us because they said we were promoting other sites and stuff. And then I appealed it and I was like, excuse you guys, that's actually fair use. And then so they looked into the appeal and they're like, well, actually, we're taking your whole video down because you have a bunch of videos. And I was like, what? I was like, these are commercials. Like, these are the trailers pretty much. And like, I'm giving them free advertising, but whatever. And then
it's not like we've been playing the audio. It's just, and we're talking over it.
Yeah, exactly. And so the reason I'm adding these frame holds is because like I think it's like every 10 seconds it pauses or something, and that's so it reinforces the fact that we are doing fair use stuff. Stupid rules, right? They really are stupid.
It really is. It's YouTube's got to get its shit together. Honestly, like I'm waiting for somebody in like Russia to come up with a YouTube like site where there is no rules, but then that could also be a slippery slope to like bad things happening. So I don't know. There's no easy fix.
So
I
like,
hate it.
so you said you want a live leak.
What's the live leak?
It's pretty much a Wild West in terms of like video uploading sites.
Ew.
But anyways, so we're going from Psychonauts 2 in that little YouTube break, and we're going to my review of 12 Minutes, which I played last weekend. I was trying to play it before the show last week so I could review it then, but I just didn't have time, and I played it right after the show. I think last week, or was it the week before? Or no, Sunday. And yeah, I beat it in one sitting, and it took me 6 hours to complete 12 minutes. So for those who don't know what 12 minutes is, it's a video game that describes itself succinctly as an interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop. But there's far more to it than that. The said man is our main character, an everyday urbanite who returns to his apartment one night to find his wife celebrating some unexpected news. To give away any more details would undermine what the game is trying to achieve with this unfolding story of player discovery. But let's just say the celebrations don't last too long, and after the 12 minutes or less, if you manage to get yourself killed or ruin the night within those 12 minutes, our hero is back at the front door of his apartment, ready to repeat the same tragedy over and over again. And so, and knowledge is power in this quest. The only way to acquire it is to try making different choices in each loop. So, as you see over there, like, do I want to go to the fridge, get some water first? Or do I want to go to the bedroom first to turn on the light? Or whatever, make a phone call? It really depends. Like, and it affects the way your loop is played. So, yeah, there's themes in this game, such as home invasion, brutal violence, and helplessness. These are just a few themes that you'll be contending with as you play 12 minutes. And adding to the overall quality and the realism, the voice cast is kind of dope. The main protagonist is played by James McAvoy. The wife is played by Daisy Ridley. And the intruder of the home invasion is played by none other than Willem Dafoe. So if you guys like them, I think you might like them. Well, actually, so let me get started with the voice acting of the game. I would say it's reminiscent. Oh, because we talked about reminiscent last week. It's reminiscent of What If's voice acting with with all those stars. And yeah, I want to say it adds to the game. I think it adds to the game just based off of name recognition. And other than that, I feel like we could have had better actual like voice actors who are been doing voice acting. And
how do you do? Well, Willem Dafoe.
Actually, Willem Dafoe. Yeah, he actually played it really well. It was just James McAvoy and Daisy Ridley, they didn't really stand out too much for me. But Willem Dafoe, it's like when you first see him in the first couple of loops, I like the way he holds himself. And yeah, so the gameplay is just point and click. You point and click where you want your character to go or to do, and that's pretty much it as far as gameplay goes. And it's really just all about choices you make. And the more you play, the more loops you experience, the more information you get. And it took me 6 hours without any outside help until the very, very last, like, 2 minutes, because I had all the information. I thought I cracked, like, all the storylines, but I didn't know how to get that official ending.
Yeah.
And apparently there's like a 3-second window where you have to do an action in order to get that ending. And that's what I looked up. That's the only time I looked at the walkthrough while playing this. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. And well, it's crazy for the sake of being crazy. I feel like the shocks that were in the last, I would say, hour of the game felt like they just threw it on there for a shock value, and I was like, is that really earned? I don't know, but I did enjoy the journey on my way to the ending. And then, but is it a game that I would play again to find multiple endings? Not really. You can go to YouTube for that after you play your first playthrough. And would I recommend it? If you like the concept of Groundhog Day, Edge of Tomorrow, and point and click games. So is this a game that you'd be interested in playing, Gio?
No, just because you told me the ending, and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, and kind of near the end, it starts to get a little repetitive because you do all the options, and then once you exercise all those options, you're like, okay, well, what's the one thing that I haven't done yet? And then you're going through the loops, figuring that out, and yeah, it can get a little repetitive. So if I were to score it out of 10, it'd be a solid 7 out of 10.
Okay. For sure.
So
for
yeah.
Sure.
And
all right.
So that is my review of 12 Minutes. Would I recommend it? Only if you like that concept and point and click games. But if you don't, you can miss it. Like you can just watch like a quick. Oh wait, yeah, you could just watch like a few loops just to get the general story. I feel like you could watch the whole thing with the relative storylines in about half an hour just to see all the extra stuff. But anyways, going from that to a long-awaited and anticipated music from K-Dot, who is also known as Kendrick Lamar. Gio,
K-Dot.
what's going on with this?
I'm excited, man. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. So Kendrick Lamar basically put out a letter saying that he is working on his final album for Top Dog, which those of you who follow Kendrick Lamar know that Top Dog ENT is his record label that he's been on since the beginning of his career. And in his letter, here, let me read it. He says, as I produce my final TDE album, I feel joy to have been part of them of such a cultural imprint after 17 years. The struggles, the success, and most importantly, the brotherhood. May the Most High continue to use Top Dog as a vessel for candid creators. As I continue to pursue my life's calling, there is beauty in completion and always faith in the unknown. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts. I've prayed for you all. See you soon enough. And then it's signed Oklahoma, which I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I was going to ask you about that. I was like,
yeah.
Does that reference something in his music? Because
I don't know. I mean, Kendrick he's one of those, like, he is a very eccentric guy as far as, rappers go. But, I'm excited because he did put out a new song too called Family Ties with Baby Keem. Did you listen to that, Mikey?
Yeah, I posted it in our chat.
Oh yeah, that's true. But in terms for the viewers knowing, I'm asking you.
Yeah. I listened to that for like a good half hour on loop, and it was like, yep, this is dope.
This is actually really good. Actually, funny so Baby Keem, you ever heard of that guy?
No, not until this song.
So he's Kendrick Lamar's cousin. You know who else he is?
Who?
You know that song, that Kanye song that I was complaining about? Like, the song is good until the dude with the high-pitched auto-tune, like, fucking humming comes in.
Oh, and Donda Listening Party?
Yeah, that's him. That's Baby Keem.
Okay.
And I'm just like, how are you related to Kendrick and yet your music is so basura? But anyways,
basura means garbage. FYI.
Yeah, FYI, basura means garbage. But yeah, it's I'm excited for this, man. I have 100% faith in Kendrick Lamar. He has not let me down yet. I know some people didn't like To Pimp a Butterfly. Those people are idiots because that's probably in my opinion, that was the best album of the 2010s. That's That was album of the decade for me, far and away.
I mean, I don't know. Macklemore's album came out that year too.
If I could punch you through the internet, I would. Anyways,
that's because Macklemore beat Kendrick Lamar for a Grammy for that album, right?
It was for the Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no. Kendrick Lamar won album of the year, or not album of the year, rap album of the year for To Pimp a Butterfly, and unfortunately he lost to stupid Taylor Swift for album of the year, and I'm still salty about that. And that probably started my dislike for Taylor Swift.
Wait,
even though that's not her fault and stuff, but still, ugh.
Wait, so do you dislike? Actually, never mind. Kendrick wasn't even. I don't even know what albums were there out there at the time when Daft Punk won Best Album of the Year.
I don't think I would have hated on it because I feel like they did deserve it. It's just I don't know why. I don't know how you could listen to Taylor Swift's music. Yeah, it's catchy and it's good, but I don't understand how you could listen to it and be like, yeah, this is award-winning stuff. The fuck.
If only she was calling herself a bad guy. Yeah. But anyways.
I felt that groan coming from like the bottom of my stomach. Anyways, so there is no bad blood between Kendrick Lamar and his record label. In a statement, TDE founder and CEO Anthony Top Dog Tiffith said, "With this being Dot's last album on TDE, this is more of a victory lap, a celebration. I know he will be successful in whatever he decides to do, and he will have our full support." So hopefully, even though Kendrick would be off Top Dog, we can still get a Black Hippie album. Black Hippie is a group consisting of Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, J Rock, and Ab-Soul. All four very talented rappers. And also, I wouldn't be worried about Top Dog either because they have been pretty successful at finding new talent, like SZA and Isaiah Rashad, both very talented artists who have their own fan bases. So, I'm excited for
it. So when Kendrick goes on tour again, we're going to one of his concerts this time for sure?
Fuck yeah, I ain't in school no more. And it could be on like a Wednesday and I'll just deal with it like the next day at school, like at work.
Yeah, because it was 2 years ago, Gio brought up the idea. It's like, yo, Mikey, let's go to the Kendrick concert. And then I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And then we bought tickets and we went and the date was coming. And then Gio was like, I can't because I got class the next day or something.
No. What happened was, so we had the date locked and it was like, all right, I can go on this day. I am fucking down. And then because of the stupid Golden State Warriors, they moved the date of the concert to the next day. That's when I had one of my finals due for school. So yeah, I hate the Golden State Warriors. They ruined my life several times. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate Steph Curry. I hate Klay Thompson. I hate Draymond Green. I hate Steve Kerr. I hate Bob Myers. I hate them all. And their fans. Fuck them. All right, moving on. So we move from K-Dot to P-Par. I can't think of it. P-Par.
That was terrible.
That was terrible. All right, just tell me about Spider-Man.
Okay, so the new trailer for Spider-Man dropped, and fans of crossover episodes everywhere are hyped because after Peter Parker was outed in the last Spider-Man movie, he's going to need some help putting some of the pieces of his life back together. But luckily, he knows a guy that's literally magic. And that's Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme. With Doctor Strange's help, Peter Parker attempts to reverse time and undo his life implosion. But with alternate realities come endless possibilities. We already know that J.K. Simmons would be reprising his role as J. Jonah Jameson in the MCU, and after the events of the last movie, he popped up. I was really excited when I saw him. And then we know now in this trailer, Doc Ock is back, played by Alfred Molina, and we know that Elektra, Electro, wrong, person. Electro, the electrocuting guy, played by Jamie Foxx, is coming back. And also, if you saw the trailer, there's a little ball, and that is from the Green Goblin, played by Willem Dafoe, who we mentioned earlier in the show, and are all set to make appearances in this multiverse epic. And for those that want to know what's going on in this one, for the first time in cinematic history, our friendly neighborhood hero is unmasked and no longer able to separate his normal life and from the high stakes of being Spider-Man. When he asks for help from Doctor Strange, the stakes become even more dangerous, forcing him to discover what it truly means to be Spider-Man yet again. And it's coming out for release in December 17th. But the trailer came out a few days ago. Did you see it, Gio?
Hell yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it.
Yeah, same here. And like, what were any standout moments from the trailer that you liked?
Oh, the bomb and you hear the laugh?
Dude, yeah, when I heard that Willem Dafoe laugh, I was like, oh,
I was like, oh shit.
snap.
And we saw Alfred Molina come back and he's like, hello, Peter. I'm like, but who is he talking to? Which Peter?
Yeah, and it made it seem like it was Peter Parker, but I know the editing. But yeah, and so do you think we are getting the origins of Sinister Six?
I don't know. So here's what I think about the trailer and the movie so far. This takes a lot from Spider-Man One More Day, which is a series in the comic book where basically Peter Parker revealed his secret identity, and now because of that, Aunt May got shot. And so he basically goes to the demon Mephisto and makes a deal with him where Mephisto's like, I can make everyone forget who you actually are, make sure that never happened, but in exchange, you have to give me your marriage with Mary Jane. So here's what I'm thinking. Obviously, it's not the same story, but I think that the Doctor Strange in this movie, I think that's actually Mephisto in disguise.
And not Stephen Strange himself?
Exactly.
Or, why or how? Oh, also, I like this image right here. This freeze frame, very comic book-like.
I would say just because I feel like there's something off about Doctor Strange in the trailer, just like how I felt there was something off about Nick Fury in the last Spider-Man movie. And we learned that it wasn't Nick Fury at the very end. So that just kind of gives me an inkling of like, there's something off here. And that could also tie into maybe at the beginning of the next Doctor Strange movie, he's actually lost in some place that Mephisto banished him to, and he's got to get out. And that would be him like trying to travel through the multiverse, trying to get his way back to the MCU universe.
And Chill 382 in the chat asks, but can Mysterio do what Doctor Strange can do?
Shut up. I hate you.
But yeah, and I'm definitely going to be watching this in 3D because there are so many reasons why I want to watch in 3D. Doctor Strange visuals, Inception visuals, Spider-Man going web sling through the city. We're going to see a flying Green Goblin. We're going to see Doc Ock's tentacles reaching out at you in 3D, and lightning bolts and Stan going through the air, bro. Yeah, this movie is tailor made for 3D. Like, see that scene? I want to see that scene in 3D because did we watch Doctor Strange together in 3D or no?
No, I didn't watch it with you.
Okay, yeah, Doctor Strange in 3D was a trip, and this looks like it's about to be a similar trip. And ooh, look, a lightning bolt surrounded by sand. So you think these heroes are going to appear together in pairs, or like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. We just gotta kind of wait and see.
Yeah, especially that train scene in 3D, dude. I can't wait.
That'll be dope.
So would you be down to watch this in 3D with me?
Yeah, I'm down.
Because every time I'm like, guys, let's watch in 3D, and then like my group of friends are like, 3D. Oh, I'm like,
That's because that's when we were broke. and now I'm not broke.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I'm not rich either, but I can splurge a little bit more for a movie now.
And then see the Hobgoblin grenade. Wait, what was that called? I know.
The Green Goblin,
Not Hobgoblin. I know Green Goblin. What's that thing called?
the glider.
No, the ball.
Oh,
It has a term. I'm gonna look it up because now it's going to bother me.
no, the Hobgoblin had like the jack-o'-lantern. It was like jack-o'-lantern one. I can't remember what the Hobgoblin or what the Green Goblin thing was called. Anyways,
Pumpkin bomb.
a what?
Pumpkin bomb is called the pumpkin bomb. Are grenades used by weapons by the Green Goblin?
Oh, I thought that was the Hobgoblin. They called them the pumpkin bombs. Anyways,
Felt like it was called something else, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Spider-Man coming out on December 17th, week before Christmas. I'm excited.
So we got what left as far as Marvel stuff this year. We got Shang-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Hawkeye show.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yep.
We got Eternals.
Is that this year?
Yeah. It's in November.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
And then we have Spider-Man. And then I don't know if we're having another Disney Plus show this year.
I don't know. I feel like that's I think any more than that would give us Marvel fatigue, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean,
think that's good.
This year is already packed to the brim with Marvel content. So
granted it was last year we barely had any.
Yeah, true.
We didn't have any actually. No, we did it what was the last Marvel movie before Black Widow?
Isn't it Spider-Man?
Spider-Man
with Mysterio?
Was that 2020 or 2019?
2019. It was 2019, I think. Pretty sure.
So we had no Marvel movies in 2020. No, there had to be one. There had to be one before.
Now we got look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe release date. Marvel Cinematic. Wait, why did I type the whole thing? I just put MCU.
Oh, there was no. Okay, so there was no. The only movies that came out that were superhero movies were Birds of Prey, The New Mutants, and Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it says here 2020 was the first time in more than a decade without a single Marvel Studios film.
Okay. And so in 2021 was the year of Phase 4.
It was supposed to be. Or 2021.
Yeah. All right. So anyways, moving on from Spider-Man to another Marvel property, which is our main meat of the show, which is a review of What If. So Gio, tell us about this episode.
So this episode is called What If Earth Lost Its Most Mightiest Heroes? And what it is basically a whodunit murder mystery of the Avengers candidates. So this takes place during Iron Man 2 type era where the Avengers isn't formed yet. And in fact, the plan was initially canceled. And then what we see is everyone who was not a part of, but anyone who was a candidate to join the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, they ended up getting murdered one by one in this kind of murder mystery whodunit episode. So, real quick, Mikey, tell me your thoughts. What did you think?
I think I like this the least out of all the What If episodes so far because
what?
I mean, yeah, it was. I don't know what about it made me not like it as much. Probably because I had the completely wrong theory about who killer was. Maybe, but then even before the reveal, I was like, all right, whatever. But also, to be fair, I did watch this like literally right before we went live, and so I'm still absorbing what I saw. But initial impressions, whatever.
Do you want to talk spoilers? Last 5 minutes?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna say that. So when we do our reviews, so we just try to do first 10 minutes general thoughts and the last 5 minutes spoilers.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's the same with the Candyman.
Candyman.
But
All right, let's do it. Okay,
uh,
so yeah, I have the completely different opinion than you. I actually love this episode the most. I thought, for me personally, I was like, okay, this is what I want from this series. I want it to go off the rails. I want it to be just completely crazy, and we go somewhere where these characters like, yo, like this is something that like that is completely different, and the fact that we see characters in new lights, and I really enjoyed it. I think this is what I want from this show. I want to go balls to the wall nuts with how different it is from the regular MCU. I very much enjoyed it, and I thought for me the kind of the who it was at the end and the motivations, I was like, oh, okay, I can see that. Even though like I think we can't really. Because if we're taking a moment in time from a separate universe, right, we would want to know everything that leads up or everything that happens to kind of get to that point. And we don't get that. We just kind of see snapshots, which can be, I feel, a little jarring. But
mhm.
overall, I very much enjoyed this episode. I thought the voice acting wasn't that bad. It wasn't noticeably bad like it was last week.
Oh yeah.
But actually, you know what? What did you think of the voice acting, Mikey?
Yeah, no, it wasn't as bad as last week, for sure. But I still feel like it's on the same wavelength of like as far as hamming it up, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's reminiscent of the first two episodes of What If and 12 Minutes. Where like, okay, they got the big name actors, and I like that they brought the actual voices back for those characters. But yeah, I don't know. Like I felt like we could it would have been better with voice actors, like actual like voice actors in the industry.
Okay, so I'm trying to look for the list of the characters that were replaced. Here it is, cast list for episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Samuel L. Jackson was he was there. He was Nick Fury, which I thought he did a pretty good job. I mean, I don't think you could really replicate Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
You really can't. Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson.
Mm-hmm. I
Frank
like that
Grillo
he is working with Marvel again.
Yeah,
Post Agents of Shield.
it's good to see Coulson back in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Rumlow, who turns into Crossbones. Frank Grillo is back. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye is back. Mark Ruffalo as Hulk.
Oh,
and then,
by the way, with Hulk, it looks like they're trying to have like a mashup between Edward Norton's face with Mark Ruffalo's face, and it looked a little weird when Mark Ruffalo's voice was coming out of Edward Norton's face.
Right. I did like notice it. Like, yeah, that's Mark Ruffalo, but it's a little off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last two. There's 3 names on here that are spoilers, so I'll wait until the end. But yeah, but I like I said, I thought the voice acting was pretty good in this one, and I do like the fact that the center character is Nick Fury.
Yeah, and I also like the fact that they recreated those iconic scenes when Nick Fury meets each Avenger, and something happens, which we'll get into later. But what did you think about the last half, or like the twist before, without spoiling it?
When you find out who it is?
Yeah,
I liked it.
Actually, I liked that a lot.
I was like, this makes sense, and the character that it was, you can kind of, it's believable that something like this would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because sometimes when we do, even in like situations like this, like What If, where it's like we take a look at alternate timelines, and there's sometimes you see characters that act completely different, and the motivations aren't really understood to the point where like this fundamentally changes this whole character, and I just don't buy it. I think in this case, I do believe it, that this is something that this character would do in that situation. So I did like that. What about you?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed. I thought it was going to be someone else, and I was pleasantly surprised when it turned out to be who it was. I'm like, oh, and then the character motivations made so much sense, and was it made this what if scenario that much more believable for me.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I enjoyed this one the most. I want to say this is something that I'll like. Okay, so like the first two episodes, like the Peggy one, I thought was like a 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give the Star-Lord one like an 8 out of 10, and this one I give it like a 9.5 out of 10.
Nice.
I would really,
okay.
I would really. I feel like this one, unlike the other ones, I feel like this one tells a complete story within 30 minutes. It makes use of its time better.
Mm-hmm.
But I still do maintain that this series would have been a lot better that if it was a full hour, and that we can go into a little bit more of the motivations. We can go a little bit more into the mystery, which would have maybe, I don't know. I think what would have been cool if we had an extra 30 minutes is in the investigation, like going on and seeing if it was any villains and trying to see them prove their innocence.
Yeah, that's one thing with the What If series. It makes me want more of this alternate universe. Like after every episode, oh well, I now want to know who ends up being the Avengers. Which, by the way, did you see the beginning of this trailer right here? Hold on. Wait for it to play. Where? Hold on. Let me pause it. Wait. Where is it? I think. Wait. Oh, whoops. I am. Oh wait. Dang it. They have like an Avengers. Like I thought each episode was going to be like its own thing, but there's like a group of new Avengers with Captain Carter and a bunch of people. Where is it? Okay, there you go.
You think they're connected?
Well, that's what I was gonna wonder. You see, he's right here. Captain Carter with the Guardians.
Huh.
And I was like, wait a minute. So are we going to get like an Avengers type finale with these what ifs? Or like, are all these episodes in the same continuity?
That would definitely be interesting, but no, because we talk about this in spoilers a little bit, but they can't happen because of the end of this episode.
Oh yeah, true. So this really threw me off. I'm like, wait, what's happening here?
I mean, it's possible that they bring back Captain Carter for like another episode, but
all right, well, let's get into spoilers. So, for the next 5 minutes, we're going to be talking about spoilers for this 25-minute episode. So you haven't seen those 25 minutes. I mean, just wait for the next 5 minutes, and then we'll talk about review Candyman. So, what are your favorite parts?
I like the villain reveal, and I figured out who it was when Natasha's on the laptop or on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
You see her fighting someone, and you see her like almost getting like thrown by like someone that's invisible. I'm like, oh, okay, and it makes sense because who else could do damage like that except for the villain, who is spoilers if you don't want to know. Spoilers. Hank Pym. Because originally I was like,
AKA the original Ant-Man.
Is it? At first I didn't think it was Hank Pym. I thought it was actually Janet.
I thought it was super random, but I thought it was Yelena, Black Widow's sister.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
right.
That would have been a cool choice too.
Mm-hmm. Like I felt like I was like, oh shit, like who? For some reason, it made sense to me until Black Widow started yelling "Hope."
Yeah, because at first I thought it was Janet because I was like, did she come back like from the like Super Nanoverse and just start like wrecking shit because she was so pissed that they left her there to die?
Ooh, see, I like these our theories, but I also like what they ended up with because I would say what's his name? Michael Douglas.
Yeah. Okay, so Michael Douglas did reprise his role.
Yeah, and he did the best voice acting out of the What If series so far.
Yeah. And then also the other two that came back were Tom Hiddleston as Loki and Lady Sif as Jamie Alexander.
Yeah, I really like the Loki part where it's like, oh dang, he took over.
Yeah, because there was no one there to stop him. And I do like the fact that in this series, like just because one thing was solved, there's still other repercussions, like the Loki thing.
Yeah, and like, oh, there's no answer to Loki. And then I like how he went to Earth not because of forgot what the original was, but because of vengeance for his brother.
Yeah. Which one thing, like, couldn't Arrow kill Thor? Isn't he like a god?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, how did that penetrate?
Exactly. Now, is it because maybe he was stripped of his powers because he was unworthy at the time?
Oh yeah. So wait, so was he immortal?
I think he might have been like mortal, or at least, yeah, or something. Like, or at
I'm
least
trying to like think of like moments where he showed off super strength before he became Thor again. But I don't think there was like all I can think of is him throwing down a cup, but anyone can throw down a cup and break it.
But like he was like wrecking dudes when he was going to the base.
Yeah, but he was jacked.
That's true.
But anyways, yeah. And we got Tony Stark dying, which was just like, how did that even happen? And I do like the scenes where we saw Hank Pym into killing these people.
Yeah. How did he kill Stark again?
It looked like he went inside of his neck and did something. I don't know. To be honest, I was working on the show alongside while watching the episode because I watched the episode 30 minutes before we went live.
And the Hulk death was the most graphic, I would say.
Dude, Hulk got messed up.
Yeah, because Hank Pym went inside his bloodstream and threw one of those discs that like enlarge things at his heart.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh fuck.
I was like, damn, they went there.
They didn't show the after effect where all of those soldiers were covered in like Hulk flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did like the fact that we get to see Betsy Ross again. I like that we didn't forget about her.
Yeah, I was really surprised. Oh, was it Liv Tyler? I don't think it was.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, do you think we'll see her again? I doubt it.
I doubt it. Maybe because like as long as we don't have another Hulk, as long as Disney doesn't have rights to the Hulk movie, a solo Hulk movie, I doubt we'll ever see her. There'd be like no point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
like, we're pretty much done with the Hulk now. So.
Yeah. Well, I forgot what Mark Ruffalo said. Like he had a deal. I forget how many movies. Is that deal over? Like, did he reach that quota?
I don't know yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Because like also like Hulk, like his arm was messed up. He's like Hulk Banner now. So like he's not going to be the same character. He's pretty much done.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see him in Ragnarok?
You mean Love and Thunder?
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's not. Yeah, Love and Thunder. Do you think we'll see him in Love and Thunder?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, anyways, so that's the end of spoilers for What If. What do you recommend? Ray, what are your thoughts? Oh, of course, you recommend the show, but you gave it a 9.5 out of 10?
9.5. I love this episode. It goes off the rails. It's crazy. I like the villain reveal. The motivations are believable. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I give it a solid 8, or like 7.5 to 8. It's cool. All right,
Mikey. Before we get into Candyman, I gotta use the bathroom, so I'll be back.
Okay, and I'll just be here, chilling at work, and while he does that, for the Empire, right, guys? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to go to SAC Anime next week. I hell thought it was today. The reason why I started working on the show so late because I didn't think we were going to be streaming Damn it, Huey. I know, right? I didn't think we were going to be doing a show today because I thought Sack Anime was today, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm not even gonna work on it. And then, but I saw Gio and Jackson writing stories. I'm like, what are you guys doing? There's no show this weekend. And then when I was looking up the Sack Anime vendors list, there's only like 5 that I know. I don't know. I actually don't know like 90% of all the vendors or the voice actors, celebrities that are going there. I just want to. Well, I actually wanted an excuse to cosplay, but I'm not going to cosplay anymore because it's going to be freaking hot in Sacramento. It's going to be over 95. And wearing this with this on top. It's not going to be a comfortable time in a convention hall with I don't know how many people are going. But yeah, I do have fans that I can put inside of here, but it's a bucket. It's a literal bucket. Here you can see the inside. Let's see. Here's what I see. You can't really. The visibility sucks. Obviously, like I can't see below me. Only just straight ahead. That's why Troopers missed their shots. Exactly. Well, the actual canon reason of why Troopers missed their shots, Gio's back, is because the Troopers are not clones. Because when the Empire took over the galaxy in the Star Wars cinematic universe, they did a lot of propaganda to where a bunch of normal people, non-clones, were signing up to serve the Empire, like myself. But turns out they didn't train them at all. They just wanted the numbers. Kind of like how Russia did World War II. But yeah. So, and then the reason they missed their shots is because they weren't trained as well as the clones, because the clones were raised from birth to be the best troopers possible. And these new stormtroopers, after the Empire took over, are just regular dudes who just decided to be a fascist in the galaxy. American militia style. Yep. All right. So, you ready to review Candyman, Gio?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. All right. So, starting. Gio, tell us your thoughts on Candyman.
Candyman. I really like this movie. I thought it was shot pretty well. I enjoyed kind of the twists of the story, and a lot of the throwbacks to the original one. I thought some of the kind of the storytelling methods they used were pretty creepy. As far as the like negatives I have to say about it, I feel like this movie should have been longer. I feel like it would have been better if it was 2 hours as opposed to 90 minutes. And I feel like some of the death scenes, I feel like how they were shot, I was like, I wish they were a little bit more graphic. A little bit more violence in this one.
It was pretty graphic.
I wanted more. Because, like, I don't know. I don't want to go in. We'll wait until spoilers.
Yeah. The first 10 minutes is our non-spoiler thoughts, and the last 5 minutes is spoilers. Just a reminder. But yeah, I wasn't too high on this movie, mostly because I never saw I did see the original, but I completely forgot the storyline for that one. So like, I had no Candyman knowledge going into it. I just know other than you don't say Candyman 5 times in the mirror. And yeah, so it really felt like it was in line with the first Candyman, because like it gave me, I remember the vibes that movie gave me, and this sequel does that and more, I felt like. But since I didn't really understand the lore of Candyman that well, except through this movie, it didn't really connect with me as much as if it would have for fans of the original Candyman. Like this seems like it was made for the fans of the original Candyman, and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of callbacks, right? I mean, the whole story, the plot is a callback to the first one. It's very much reminiscent of a Halloween H2O with Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers.
Yeah. I mean, also like essentially, like I don't think this is a spoiler because it's in the it's in like the promotional video. But this movie essentially you will enjoy it more if you watch the original movie because it does take place within the same like world. It's not a reboot.
Yeah, but that's not to say it can be a standalone movie as well. Like I think this movie can't stand on its own, but not as well if to pair it with the first one.
Yeah. What did you think of the two leads? The artist, the main character, Anthony McCoy, and his partner, Brianna Cartwright.
Yeah, they did the roles amazingly because I really like wait, what's his name again? The actor?
And the actor, his name is let me try to pronounce it. I'm gonna pronounce this. Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
Yeah, he was in the Watchmen show, right?
Was he? I didn't watch the Watchmen show.
Oh, dang it, dude. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure because I'm pretty sure it's the same dude that played Dr. Manhattan.
He was in the Get Down. He was.
Oh, yep, he was in Watchmen. Yeah,
he's in Watchmen.
Yeah, and
he was Dr. Manhattan.
So yeah, from that, and he did another thing too. I forgot what it was, but yeah, his performance as Candyman here was really good. I could see why this dude's career is taken off because yeah, he gives me shades of Lakeith Stanfield. Like he's another actor with that caliber.
Oh, he was Black Manta in the Aquaman movie.
Oh, and he's also going to be in Matrix and a new Aquaman. Yeah, Aquaman sequel. But yeah, and I didn't realize that what's her name? The actress name. It's Tiana Paris, who played who was in WandaVision. And then it made me think of the director of Candyman is doing the sequel to Captain Marvel and she's going to be in it. I'm like, oh yeah. And yeah, I really liked her in this role. See both of them. Pretty good. What about you? What do you think?
I thought they acted the roles pretty well. I think when you start to see Anthony go a little unhinged, I thought it was, you could see him just start like his sanity breaking down little by little about like the events going on in the movie, and I thought he played that pretty well.
Yeah, and I really liked the storytelling methods that they did with the puppetry or silhouettes. It was very much you could tell like, or I don't know, you could tell like, but it was very reminiscent of Jordan Peele's movies.
Yeah, because he like, I don't think we mentioned this, but he executive produced the remake, and I thought he did well. I thought the director, she's also in line. The director did a pretty good job. I thought this directed pretty well. The way it was shot, the way the story was told. I was very high on it. And the director, she's actually in line to. She's also in line to direct something else that's pretty high.
Yeah, the Captain Marvel sequel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Captain Marvel's. What did she do before this?
She did a movie called Little Woods in 2018, which I have not seen, but it has Tessa Thompson and Lily James and Luke Kirby, James Badgsdale, and Lance Reddick. Yo, that's a dope cast. What is this? But yeah, any other thoughts on Candyman? Oh, actually, I really like the deaths, the way they showed him. But I
No.
wish they didn't show them in the trailer though.
Did they show them in the trailer?
I mean, when I was like trying to like find frames to like freeze on, I was like, "Yo, what the heck?" I was like, "Good thing I forgot what happened in the trailer." But yeah. Oh, and also speaking of trailers that I wish I didn't see, I wish I never saw the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer because I was like, "Dang it!" I knew all about those rumors. It would have been cool to see it for the first time on the big screen, but whatever. But yeah.
Anyways. Anyways, I do like the kind of the this twist of the story and how it calls back to the original. I thought those were pretty well done. I did enjoyed most of the characters like the like we said, the two leads, and even some of the side characters like the brother and his partner. I thought they were pretty funny.
He's from Dope. The movie Dope.
The brother or the partner?
Brother, right?
What was he in Dope in?
Was he the main character?
No, he wasn't. I don't think so. Let me see.
I'm pretty.
No, you're tripping. He was not in Dope. Yeah, no, he was in a movie called Mope, but he wasn't in Dope.
Hold on.
Because the main character in Dope was Shamika Moore.
Oh shit! Oh damn it! All right.
Anyways, even like some of the characters that I hated, like they were hated because like they should have been hated. Like the art curator, the douchey bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then the critic. Oh man, I was so happy when
that critic did. Yeah.
I hated the
Okay.
critic.
I remember where I'm confusing him from. He's from a British show called Misfits, which I really like. It's kind of like Heroes, but with like teenage.
Misfits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like I said, I really enjoyed this movie, Candyman. Good movie. I think it's worth watching, especially if you're a fan of the original. I would say if you haven't seen the original, to watch the original first.
Yeah, I recommend doing it that way 100 times.
And then also, like, you only have to watch the first original Candyman.
Yeah, 100%, not 100 times, but yeah. Oh, how many sequels are there?
There's 2 other sequels. And you don't need to watch those at all.
Okay, yeah, so this movie does not mention anything from the first 2 movies?
No.
Okay. Well, now that we're about to be in spoilers...
Fun fact, before you go into spoilers, before this was picked up by Jordan Peele, they were trying to make, back in like the early 2000s, they were trying to make Candyman versus Leprechaun.
I remember that.
Which would have been interesting. It would have been horrible, but it would have been interesting.
I feel like if this movie is successful, we could probably get that eventually. Because I'm pretty sure people will watch. I'm down to watch that in theaters.
Yeah, Candyman versus Leprechaun.
Dude, yeah, if it's like Freddy versus Jason, yo, sign me up.
Oh God. Anyways, all right, let's move into spoilers.
All right, so yeah, go ahead, Gio.
All right, so here's my big problem with the movie with the deaths, right?
Mm-hmm.
We kind of see them like out of frame, in the sense of like the critic, when she got killed, it was a zoom out on her building, and we just see kind of like her getting picked up and like her body dragged across the window. And then when the girls in the high school were getting killed, we just see it through that drop mirror. So I was like, damn, I wanted to see these motherfuckers like really get it.
But what about those art gallery people?
Okay, yeah, true. That one was
because the art gallery owner got fucked up.
I was happy he died. Fuck that guy. Like, yeah, did you notice that only white people got killed in this movie?
Oh wow. Not till now.
I mean, essentially, like, Candyman only killed white people in this movie. I mean, the main dude, Anthony, he got killed by the cops at the end. But that was the whole thing, right? Like, Candyman is like a vengeful spirit of usually I think of all times an African American male getting killed by, either law enforcement or some type of power authority.
Yeah, I could definitely sense that there was a social commentary going on throughout this entire
If
movie.
this movie had came out last year, kind of like during like the George Floyd like thing, it would have been super, super, super. What's the word I'm looking for? Timely.
Yeah, and it was supposed to come out in 2019, which is the same year I think Black Klansman came out. And I think these two movies would have been a good pairing. And it seems actually no, never mind, that's a different movie. But yeah.
The fact also, this is a direct sequel to the first movie, to where that baby that was kidnapped was actually him. I thought that was great. I was like, oh fuck. I mean, I kind of started to guess it when I was like, he has to have some connection to Candyman, because when you see his arm starting to rot off, it's like he's gonna become the new Candyman.
Oh yeah. I mean, they showed that in the trailer.
I'm trying to figure out how and why.
Yeah, and then the one thing I did not like was the laundromat owner.
Yes, I don't like his character.
Like that was very, very mustache villain turn out of nowhere. But then like I felt like it was in line with the first movie, because I felt like it was that there was something like that. Was there?
Not that I can remember.
Oh, well, actually, hold on. While we're speaking of the older movies, do you remember what happened in the sequels?
Essentially, they basically hold on.
Bless you.
So basically, in the first movie, the legend, it takes place in that Chicago like hood, Cabrini Grade projects, and like the land was where the original Candyman was killed, and that's kind of the only reference to that, like the things that happened to Helen Lyles in the new movie. In the sequels, the old sequels, basically it's like Candyman is now in New Orleans, and there's a whole new like location and plot and things like that. They have nothing to do with this movie.
Okay. Because I was thinking about like, maybe I should just binge the Candyman thing, but I think I'll just rewatch the first movie, because I feel like this is set up for a sequel, right?
Yeah, and also the fact that you see, Candyman like that, he is like several different men throughout the ages. Like when the laundromat owner was like, this is the guy in the 70s, this guy in the 50s, this guy then, and like
I did like that too.
Yeah. So I thought it was pretty good that he's like, Candyman is the whole hive. It's like, oh, okay. And the cool thing is, you see at the end, you see the original Candyman actor. You see Candyman. That was really cool. I was like, oh fuck. The whole audience was like, fuck.
Yeah, this is a movie I feel like you need to watch with an audience, because it was really, really fun.
This is a theater movie.
Yeah, like the lady next to me, because I remember we saw a pre-screening, and then someone was just we were all sitting in the theater, and then someone just started yelling, Candyman, 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 and the girl next to me was like, oh my god, stop, don't play.
Don't play. Oh my god, you need to stop. Yeah, it was good. Good times. But yeah, also a couple things. There was a thing about the girlfriend and like her dad killing himself that like played it played nothing into the movie. So
wait, which one? What part?
The flashback with the girl, where like her dad like jumps out the window.
Oh yeah, that was also in the trailer, by the way.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the movie. You could have taken that out.
Yeah, that was definitely that should have been a deleted scene. But anyway, so now we're out of spoilers. Would you recommend this movie?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, me too. If you like the Candyman franchise or just horror movies in general, this will feel that need. So that brings us to the end of our gotta hit up in the AMC theater. Another thing, matinee or not?
If you have seen the original movie and you are a fan of it, I would say you can go ahead and watch it non-matinee. If you are brand new to the to the series, if you've never seen Candyman before, I would say matinee.
Yeah, I am with the matinee opinion. And yeah. So now that brings us to the end of our main topics where we reviewed What If and Candyman. And we'll close out with the final word from the man himself. Gio, take it away.
Give me the one, Mikey. All right. So, the sweet taste of victory, but also could be the sweet taste of revenge. Let me tell y'all something, right? Those of you who know me, or have known me for a little bit longer than our usual viewers, know that I'm a very vindictive, petty person. And sometimes, right, you just got to let people know that they wronged you. You have to let them come to face with their own decisions that have wronged you and know the consequences of their own action. Having revenge, being petty, is not inherently a bad thing, right? You know, sometimes you just gotta let people know, like, you have wronged me, and I'm gonna get you back. And I don't know how, but it's gonna come. And I want you to know that even in your moments where you are at your most quietest and feel at your own safest, to just know that I will get you. But at the same time, you don't want to be like the character at the end of What If, or be like the main character in Candyman, and you don't want to be consumed and make some irrational decisions that would cause you to end up losing at your own game of revenge. So if you got revenge, if you want to commit revenge, then be smart about it. Don't get caught slipping. Anyways, stay tuned for the post show. Don't forget to check out our Patreon, where we have at the $2 tier you can have your names in the credits. For the $2 tier you can submit a topic, or for the $3 tier you can submit a topic, and for the $5 tier you can have us review something, whether it be a TV show or a movie. And if it's a TV show, we'll only watch the first episode.
You can also hire us for revenge for $5.
That's true. You can also hire us for revenge. That'd be good. Anyways, like I said, stay tuned for the post show. We'll be talking about other things that we didn't talk about in the regular show. Other than that, we will catch you later. And like always, it's been your boy Gio Huey Flo alongside my co-host
Mikey,
telling you to stay thriving, stay fighting, stay surviving, and make sure you get your revenge. I'll see you next week. Oh, and not next week. We're gonna be in we'll be at Seg Anime. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Peace.
Yo, our ending song is dope.
Yeah. Shout out to Rabadam
for producing the music. And whatchamacallit? So while we were off air, Gio was telling me that this guy up there, so there's a thing, I guess, going on with Twitch called hate raids with bots. I don't know anything about that. I just know that term exists. Do you know anything about that, Gio?
I don't at all.
Okay, so apparently this person is a bot who is connected to hate raids on Twitch. So, never mind. I screw that guy. Hater. But, yeah. What did you think of the show? I think we did all right.
What?
Our show?
No, I think we did all right. Definitely, I don't know. I feel so... I feel so much more other than me almost like dying on stream. I feel good.
Yeah, it's good. Lots of info on them. Oh, of the hit raters. Okay. But
Definitely got a definitely hungry.
yeah, I have what are you gonna eat?
I think I'm gonna DoorDash some pho again
Well, I think
because
I'm
I
gonna eat
love
some.
pho.
So yesterday, for the first time,
Uh-huh.
I put
Yeah,
a hot pocket inside of a conventional oven, and they baked it that way,
it
and
turned out a
it
lot better.
is better than the microwave version. And I will be now waiting 35 minutes for my hot pocket now from now on.
I like it.
Yeah, it was the garlic buttery pizza one. It was so good, so good. I highly recommend it. And yeah,
Okay.
so let's get into our post show like stories.
Yeah.
Stories that we did not get to in the main show, and these are going to be very informal. We'll just be talking about shooting the shit, So it's kind of like the main show, but without a timer and structure or any uh all that stuff. It's just going to be like this: me and Gio, and just talking about stuff. So with our first topic that did not make the show, it's going to be Saints Row. Gio had the thing here where it says it ain't GTA, but it does steal ideas. So what's
But
happening with
anyway,
Saints Row?
so Volition, the studio that made I'm reading our writer Jackson. He put its best sells GTA. So it's getting a reboot at Gamescom. So we had Gamescom this week where there was basically a lot of news about things that we really didn't care about.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
I
know.
was like, oh, I should probably put a Gamescom story into the show, but then I was like, let's talk about the Flaming Hot Soda instead.
Yeah. So like Gamescom, they announced that they're rebooting Saints Row, and it is a full, in fact, a full reboot. It's very much like it. They say that it's not going to be as out of the world. Like I think Saints Row 4 and 3 went really kooky with it. Like some of them were like, now you're a superhero, and now there's aliens and shit like that. But they said that this one's going to be a lot more grounded in the previous games. It's going to be a new city, a new story, where essentially you and your group of friends are trying to start a crime syndicate, but as like a tech startup. So that would be interesting. I don't know. Have you ever played the Saints Row games?
No,
Yeah, I
I have
haven't either.
not. Because I was like, well, there's already GTA exist. So yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say on this other than that, but
And so what I have on the screen is our document that we prepared for the show. And yeah, the next story is Dr. Disrespect. He's suing Twitch. And yeah, I only know this guy because he gets trending sometimes. I never really watched any of his streams.
I've never watched any of his stuff either, but apparently he's super popular.
Yeah, and then he was banned from Twitch last year. So here's what Gio had to say about it. Large streamer and weirdo for filming in a bathroom filming in a bathroom. Dr. Disrespect is now suing Twitch for his ban. He was banned from Twitch for his bathroom stunt during 2019, but he was permitted to come back on the platform. He was then permabanned for reasons unknown within the same year. And then he's gone on record to say he's going to sue Twitch. And yeah, you think he has a stand? Oh, I think so. I read a little bit into this. Like he's suing them because it was wrongful termination type thing.
Something like that. He says he says he has known for a long time the reason why he was banned from Twitch after he was let back in, and he's like, and this is the reason why we're going to sue, because I know the reason, and he thinks that he has a case on it. Will he be successful? I don't know. Dr. Disrespect, he's kind of a scumbag, but he's a charming scumbag.
Is he?
For some people.
Oh,
I think some people think he's charming. Like his audience, he has a large group of like a fan base of people that will follow him no matter what he does. I mean,
it's pretty interesting.
Let's be honest. Like a lot of like teenagers and kids who watch him, they don't care that he filmed in the bathroom. They probably film their own friends in the bathroom and think it's funny.
Yeah, and didn't he? I vaguely remember, like, was he like trying to like push Shungite.
Push what?
Shungite. It was like a, I don't know what it is. But I thought it was like it's like some like weird crystal thing. I have no idea. But anyways, going on from Doctor Disrespect to Pokemon. There's going to be Pokemon episodes on the Switch. Apparently, I don't know anything about this. Gio.
Yeah, so they're releasing a Pokemon TV app that allows you to stream episodes of the Pokemon anime on your Switch. It's not the whole thing, but it is large chunks of the Pokemon anime on there with like several seasons missing or several episodes missing. The thing that's weird about this is they already have pretty much the entire Pokemon anime on Netflix. So does this mean that Nintendo's just like, you know what, we're never gonna get Netflix on the Switch, and that's just it?
Yeah. And that sucks. I mean, is that a thing that people want? I mean, well, not of course Netflix on the Switch, but like Pokemon episodes directly on the Switch.
Maybe for like kids. I mean, I think people do want Netflix on the Switch, but at the same time, we already have like 13 million devices that we could put Netflix on.
True.
Like, it's on my phone, it's on my PlayStation, it's like some TVs have it embedded. You can even put it on your Samsung refrigerator. I don't know. But yeah.
All right. And all right, next topic, we got ESPN is doing too little and too late.
Someone said I made fancy Hot Pocket. Oh,
I made a fancy Hot Pocket.
You know, you think like you could put cheese on top of the Hot Pocket to get melted cheese on top of the Hot Pocket?
But it would be the cheese would be on top of a frozen Hot Pocket, but then
oh yeah,
wouldn't the cheese just melt all to the sides? You know what? Maybe I'll look into this.
I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So ESPN drama within the staff. I guess
we reported this last year that Rachel Nichols, who is a white woman who does a lot of the NBA coverage, she's a journalist that has the show The Jump. There was a leaked phone call of her basically calling Maria Taylor, another woman who was working at ESPN as a journalist, basically saying that she's nothing but a diversity hire, saying ESPN just gave her the job because they want to fix their own diversity record. And then Rachel Nichols was like, I want her to get all the success in the world, but I don't want her to take my spot, blah, blah, blah. That came out. Maria Taylor left ESPN, and now people thought that Rachel Nichols won the war between them. But actually, right, but actually they ended up firing her too. So people on Twitter, before we ended up finding out this news of Rachel Nichols getting pretty much off air, there's a lot of people on Twitter saying like, oh, she's just another mediocre white woman benefiting from being a mediocre white woman. And even though like she basically got taken off air and her show has been removed, she's still collecting a check from her contract. So honestly, like, can we really say that she got canceled? Because she's still making money. She's still making like her contract. She just doesn't have to work.
Wait, so would you say someone, in order to be canceled, you got to like lose everything?
Yeah, essentially.
Even
Gina Carano, like that, she was canceled and kicked off Star Wars. Like, she's probably still gonna make money because of like her views. There's still an audience for that, and
she's in a Ben Shapiro movie, I think.
You know what? Oh yeah, in a Ben Shapiro movie, she's gonna make money.
Yeah, so. And then Three Shots to Kill One says, speaking of Doctor's Disrespect, there's Cobra Kai worth watching. I've never seen it, but I heard good things. I heard really good things. Have you seen it? The Karate, isn't it Karate Kai or Karate Kid?
Yeah, it's the Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
it's basically a Karate Kid like sequel, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but apparently it's so good that Netflix bought it. Right? I think it was Netflix, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one, it's a Jeopardy. I think we mentioned this last week, but yeah, the host of Jeopardy the new host of Jeopardy, Mike Richard, was found to be super controversial, has controversial past takes, so they took him off and they're replacing him with I don't know who.
So basically it wasn't a replacement. So this guy, Mike Richards, he hired himself. He was the executive producer of Jeopardy. And when we were doing the Jeopardy new host search, he basically was like, you know what? I'll do it. And so he took the job. And like you said, he got kicked off because of past controversial statements. So a couple things. Instead of being fired off Jeopardy, basically he has to report to this woman who's like a head of like she's like a vice president for the network for CBS. Is it CBS? And then his so when he took the job, it was going to be him and Mia Bialik, who was on the Big Bang Theory and also an actual neuroscience scientist.
Oh.
And they were going to switch off, like basically like do co-hosting duties. But there's also been some controversy on shit she has said too. Like basically, she's gone in and said things like she's like, I'm a proud Zionist when people were asking about Israel's treatment of Palestine and a couple other things that are very odd. Honestly, I think that there are better candidates out there. I thought Aaron Rodgers, if he's not doing football, he'd be a good Jeopardy host. And LeVar Burton, like even though he wasn't people say he wasn't the best, like he could grow into the job. But like, can you think of someone safer to put than LeVar Burton? People love LeVar Burton.
Yeah, that's the Reading Rainbow guy. How can you hate the man?
How can you hate LeVar Burton? Anyone who hates LeVar Burton is not human. Like he's one of the best people ever. Like LeVar Burton is on Mr. Rogers level.
I would agree.
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyways, let's move on.
Next topic, we got Marvel. Yeah, you got some X-Men in my XCOM. That was the headline Gio was going to give me.
I was very proud of that.
Marvel Games has released a trailer for the Midnight Suns. I haven't even seen it because it's in part of the Avengers game. Wait, hold up. 3 shots. Also, the Witcher animated movie was really good, in my opinion. If you're a fan, they touched a lot of lore. The only Witcher lore I know is from the Henry Cavill show. Do you know the Witcher lore? You played them, haven't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
You have my copy.
Oh yeah, I do. I meant to play it this summer, but I'll get to it eventually.
Yep, that's what we all say.
Yeah, and then so there's a new trailer for is this for the Avengers game? Or is it a completely new Marvel
title?
It's
completely different because
let's watch it.
It's a tactical RPG SOCOM style where you pretty much there's no gameplay yet. They're gonna do a gameplay release video later, and maybe we'll have that as a story. So it'll give us more, but this is just the initial like CG announcement trailer.
Yeah,
but hey,
what's it called? Midnight Suns.
You got Wolverine in his classic yellow outfit. So,
well, let's watch the trailer because I haven't seen it.
First, they conquered humanity's greatest evil.
Well, that's cool.
And she lay in rest.
Enter Sandman by Alessia Cara and The Warning.
Oh, BGG Play looks like he's a fan.
Vanquished threats from beyond our stars. And she lay in
He said, "Let's go."
Yo, this looks dope. But I know it's just a cinematic trailer. They always look dope.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to. Oh, let me find the date.
Oh, this is Robbie Reyes? Oh, this is dope.
Are you hyped now?
I mean, the cinematic trailer is dope. I mean, but then again, so is the Smash Brothers trailers.
First of all, Smash Brothers is amazing. Midnight Suns.
Wait, who's this?
Is it there's a player character called the Hunter?
This person.
And hold on, I can't see.
Oh, here. Let me. I'll pause it. Wait.
That is
this person. With the purple light thing. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm not sharing my OBS with you. Whoops.
Yeah, that's the. I'm looking at the player character. I think that might be the player character.
There's a player character you control, unique to this game. Oh, that's what BTG Play saying, and Chill is saying, "Calm down, Nesto. Chill, no. You calm up.
You calm the fuck down. You calm up." I didn't know BTG Play was so hyped for this game.
Right, hold on. I want to finish watching this. Whoops.
All right. Hold on, I'm looking for one of the gameplay
Come for
trailers
us.
from now.
And she must awaken.
So this is who we're gonna be playing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wait, what was that green thing? Wait, Blade.
Yeah, Blade's in there.
Yo, this looks dope. I just hope I'll wait for the gameplay to. Ooh, was that a Psylocke?
Was it?
Olivia Munn's character?
Go back to Psylocke.
Wait, hold on, let me pause.
I still can't see your OBS.
Yeah, oh, well.
Or whatever. Oh, just look it off here. I'm looking off my phone. There we go.
There.
All right. Let me make this bigger.
Open now, hold on. I gotta fix this. Display capture? This one? Oh, no. That's the main. Anyway, hold on. You know what? I'll hide what I'm doing. But, wait, so what are your thoughts on that game? What is the news with this game?
Basically, it was rumored that they were gonna make a SOCOM style game for E3 and drop it at E3, but they didn't. They dropped it here, and it's made by the same team that does SOCOM, and SOCOM is like kind of a tactical RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you move your player around, and then you do attacks, and then the next team goes, the enemy goes, and then they move their characters around, and they do attacks. So I'm excited for it.
Live editing. Let's go.
Ooh, my order was dropped. Nice.
Okay, and we're back. Wait. Oh, wait. That just looks weird. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna play it. So, yeah. Who's this?
That is Lilith, the main villain.
Okay.
I don't know much about her, like comic book lore, but
Okay.
she's the mother of your character.
Okay.